This is going to be probably quite a quick video, and it's about a subject that we get asked about a lot, and we get a lot of requests from people asking if it's possible to get a pet passport for their dog that lives in the UK. Dolly and Pippa have been to 22 different European countries and travel widely. They do have pet passports. They are actually Belgian citizens. We got these a couple of years ago. It seems complicated when you look at how to get pet passports, because obviously because of Brexit, pet passports for the UK were invalid. You could no longer have free travel on an EU pet passport for a British dog. They swapped it for this, and this is an animal health certificate. The difference with this is every time you travel you need a new one. You only get one travel on this. You can fit up to several dogs on one of these. So this is our first animal health certificate to get us over to Europe with Dolly and Pippa that we had. Let's go step by step. For example, you have a dog that you've never taken abroad. Here's what you do. You need to make sure that your dog, before you leave the UK, so it can get back into the UK, is microchipped, which all dogs should be now anyway, and has a rabies vaccination that is valid. Now, when your dog is vaccinated for rabies by your local vet, and I would suggest ringing round several different local vets as we did, because it's all different prices for the rabies vaccination. When they get their rabies vaccination, you have to wait 21 days for it to be valid before you can travel. As soon as possible, really, get it done. In the UK, it's a 3-year vaccination. When the dog has been vaccinated by your vet, they will usually give you a little bit of paper with the sticker from the bottle on and sign it to show the dog has been vaccinated for rabies. That bit of paper is the bit of paper that you need to send to get your animal health certificate. Now, do not go to your local vet for your animal health certificate unless you want to have a laugh at what they want to charge you. If you are travelling from Portsmouth or Dover, they have dedicated vets that pretty much just do animal health certificates. We used to use Abbywell in Folkestone. They have a website, I'll put the details in the description, and you apply online. I think they ask for about 6 weeks notice for your animal health certificate, and they will ask you the details of the dog, when its rabies vaccine was, and they will ask for where it was carried out, and I think I sent them a scan of the certificate that the vet gave me. Hold on to that certificate, it's important. You apply, you fill in the forms, they come back to you pretty instantly with a payment link. Now, back when I did it, I think Pippa was 129 and Dolly was about £35. If you carry on having them, once they've got your details, they go down in price, but even then for 2 dogs it was about £130. You only ever need one of these. You can get a passport. They ask you for the date that you want to pick up your certificate. You collect your certificate, you take your dog into the vets, they scan the dog to make sure that the chip you provided with them is the right one that is on this paperwork, and then you sign the paperwork. See, signed it down there. That's it. Off you go to the tunnel or the ferry. When they ask for the pet passport, which they still ask for passports, you hand them this. They check everything with the dog, they scan the dog to make sure it matches the paperwork. That's it. You're in Europe. Now, you're in Europe on your animal health certificate. You need to get your pet passport. We got ours in Belgium. I believe Spain is another good place to get them. You will find France very difficult. You will find Germany quite difficult. So I would suggest the vet we use in Bruges in Belgium. Her details are also in the description. And if you go to our Facebook page, I'm producing a PDF with written instructions, and she will also be on there. You can also go to Ireland, and if you check out the Slaws Adventures, they got their 2 dogs, their passports, in Ireland. I'll provide a link in the description to that particular video if you fancy going the Irish route. If you're going to follow the way we do it, use the link in the description, email the vet, she has perfect English, and make an appointment for a pet passport. She will give you a price on the reply email, how much it costs. I think we were about 15 euros each for these, but she has to legally revaccinate for rabies. She creates a passport for them, and then what she will do is, you can see here, she did this for, I don't know who's this with, Dolly or Pippers. This is what she did. She revaccinated them for rabies. Now she did that in November, but they'd already had their first one in May. But because I took her the certificate that the British vet gave me, she was able to transfer the details. So what it meant was the British one was the original one, and the second one was the booster, making this instantly usable. If you don't have that certificate, it's not a problem. You'll just need to return to the UK on your animal health certificate, because this vaccine, as originally, the one she gives you is not valid for 21 days unless it is classed as a booster. So just remember that. Like I said, if you don't remember your certificate, all is not lost. You'll just return on your animal health certificate. If you have it, she can put the details in there to show that what she's just given is a booster. That's it. You got your passport. It really is as simple as that. So we got these passports. Obviously, what was put in was as a booster. We travelled back on them 2 days later. She also does excellent worming prices. We pay worming for 2 big dogs. She was 50 euros last time we did it, which was about 4 months ago. The girls are Belgium. They have their passports. They have never once been questioned. We've used them over multiple borders. We've used them to get them into Greece. We've used to get them into Romania, back and forward to the UK, about 8 times now. It's possible. It really is possible. And although it sounds complex, it's not that complex. All you're going to be paying for initially is your rabies vaccination. I can't remember how much we were for the girls. They were about 50 to 75 pounds a vaccination. Your animal health certificate, so for the 2 dogs, I think initially that was about 160 pounds possibly. And then your passport and the extra rabies vaccination. And then that is it. That's all you'll ever need. And then when you come, the girls are due to be boosted November next year. So we will take them back to a vet in the EU and get them boosted. Do not let a British vet boost your dogs and put it in your passport, because the minute that's done, the passport's invalid. It's no longer useful. That's how it's done. Simple as that. Get your doggies abroad. It's a fantastic thing to do with your dogs. You meet people that you perhaps wouldn't have talked to if you didn't have dogs. It's very doggy friendly. If the girls can't go, we don't go. Get into the description, get those links. If you are still a little bit unsure because I've been rambly, pop over to our Facebook. I'll put the link to the Facebook in the description as well. And you can get a PDF of what exactly you need to do and the steps you need to follow to get your dog an EU passport. Okay, anyway, I hope that was helpful. I know a lot of you have been asking for it, and I'll see you next time.